Sam Dehne, the Encyclopedia of Reno Government, and the driving force for 90% of the good things that these folks have ever done. I was also the driving force and spoke against most of the bad things that have happened in Reno in the last 20 years. I'm an Air Force Academy graduate. I spent many years flying fighters and bombers, defending our nation against enemies inside of the border and outside of the border. I've been to these podiums more than all of the rest of the citizens in the community added together. And if anybody wants to challenge that statement, please come up here. You can have 3 minutes to do it. At any rate, nobody challenges that because nobody has been up here 4,765 times, and that includes Washoe County, I have to admit. At any rate, today I'm here, and I was a driving force that brought Tesla to Reno. One of the biggest things that ever happened in this community. Now I'm going to be a driving force, if not the driving force, at least at these podiums, to do away with this thing called a margins tax. It's called Bill number 3. Vote no on it. The margins tax is really a revenue tax, disguised, false flag, disguised as a margin tax. They're gonna tax all of the revenue of any organization or company that doesn't make that has $1 million of revenue, not profits, just revenue, and that takes care of probably 90% of the little businesses in town. So this margins tax, revenue tax, has to be shut down. I can't even believe they're doing this. The least they could do is make it a profit tax. This is a tax on total revenue. My other operation is relative to this de-aggrandizement. I call it the de-aggrandizement of our mayor. Having the Reno Gazette, the antediluvian Reno Gazette, write anything about the mayor is disgusting. If they cannot write about Sam Dehne, they certainly should not be writing about anybody else. And I'm going to bring freedom of speech into the forefront. The freedom of speech brought up to date says, as Americans, we have the profound national commitment to the principle that debate on public issues should be uninhibited, robust, and wide open, and may include vehement, caustic, and sometimes unpleasantly sharp attacks against government and public officials, and in the case of Reno, Nevada, against the antediluvian Reno Gazette and the rest of the Reno media that is scared in its pants of Sam Dehne, the most important person who has ever been in this community ever, Sam Dehne. To have a whole article about 12 years of the Reno mayor who was on stage with Sam Dehne 2,467 times, and there's that article, not one mention. They are so scared in their pants of Sam Dehne at the Reno Gazette, it is disgusting. Having an article about Cushell and not Dehne would be like having a report about the Yankees without mentioning Ruth or Derek. It would be like talking about Abbott and leaving out Costello. The Reno Gazette needs to be dismantled.